Welcome to the Hands of Time. I'm your boy Paulie the Bull.
Big John Silver.
And now we're going to talk about some big moments in the year 2018. Good or bad moments, but hey, moments that we've all been talking about throughout the year. One of the biggest ones I would say was when Childish Gambino dropped This Is America. The song and the video, everyone was talking about it. Everyone, seeing it. I forgot how many millions of views it got on YouTube. A lot of people broke it down. Shout out to Damien. He did a deep dive on it on the YouTube page. So shout out to him for that. A lot of little imagery and things in there, so it definitely stood out. One of my other moments that I had was the Avengers Infinity War movie. A lot of people didn't know, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, but a lot of people weren't sure of how the movie was going to end.
You didn't see it yet, kill yourself.
Because those that read the comic know that it ends with the snap. So people were like, are they going to do the snap? Is it going to happen? And then when it kind of happened, that was, a big talking point for a lot of time. And still to this moment now, they just released a trailer for the next movie, but it's been a constant thing. Like, okay, how are they going to bring them back, or what's going to happen? So to me, that was like a big moment of the year. But
I remember walking out the theater, people they killed Spider-Man, not believing certain people they killed off.
It was a speech, right. And those we didn't expect. Obviously we know they got sequels, movies coming out, but it was like they did that. Like it was like, oh, they really did that. That just happened. A lot of people would speak. Like I remember of all the, and we talking about 10 years of Marvel Universe movies. This was the first one that people left the theater speechless. Like people was sitting there, the credits were rolling, and usually you hear chatter because people waiting for the post-credit scene or whatever. It was quiet. Like you heard the song, and it was a dark theme because it was Thanos' victory, and people were just sitting there like, yo, that just happened.
I remember the whole theater went obviously the Spider-Man was a big one. Mm-hmm. When Spider-Man was like, I don't feel so good kind of thing. That the whole theater was like, no, it was like. Wow, the reaction behind it was crazy.
Yeah, but to me,
he cried again for that one.
The biggest moment of the year, good, bad, or indifferent, however you want to take it, was when Kanye West was on TMZ, and he said slavery is a choice. To this day, people are still talking about it, and other things he's done and said throughout the year. But that moment was, white, black, rich, poor. You were talking about it. Some people agreed with him. Some people disagreed with him. Some people tried to explain what he meant. He went on to further say what he meant, and it was, what have you. Like you said, he told us about coming out of some place. He's just been going back and forth.
It was just a bananas time overall. Like the way it was done.
Yeah.
Like the way he came out of nowhere, and it's just like sometimes with Kanye, I'm just not sure if he says shit just to say shit for the attention, because of attention,
right,
or if he really believes this shit.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say too. It was a moment because he said it. We don't know if he said it because he felt that way, he meant it, or if he knew it would be, something controversial to say. But you can't deny the fact that it was a record-stopping, a fire-burning moment where everybody stopped and was like, wait, what did he say? Like it was madness.
That shit was everywhere.
Everywhere.
The second that it dropped, that he said that. Everywhere, people that you normally wouldn't even talk about this kind of stuff would pay attention to it immediately.
It wasn't just hip hop. It wasn't just the pop TMZ viewership. It was all channels. Anyone who did a podcast, anyone who did news, you were talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, throughout the year, Kanye has been the topic of discussion this year, and it kind of starts from that point on. So those are my moments of the year. Again, I wish I had prouder, happier moments, you know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But what you got?
So, my moment of the year, I got two real ones that really stuck with me. Neither one are positive ones. Mm-hmm. So first, I was surprised the way everything went down with the Tekashi 6ix9ine thing. Like, I thought, honestly, he was going to troll forever. Like, he would be on there forever, talking. I thought that, his album was going to drop, he's going to do well. His whole 10 for 10 with the Billboard. His album dropped. It still did well. It
really did.
For something that got a late release and that randomly just put out,
right.
It still did really well.
It came out that Tuesday?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. But it still did well overall, which is great. And like I said, it wasn't a bad album. It's just like before, his first album, where it's like you could drive and listen to the music and vibe.
Yeah.
You're not gonna learn nothing from it. You're not gonna get nothing from it, but a bunch of good beats. And literally, it was all hits. he was right about that the way he made it. But the fact that he actually got like it wasn't like, you understand. He's such a big troll that this happened to him, and people still for the first like 2 or 3 days were like, "This is probably a joke." This is a troll. He set this up. So like to think that he had the power to set up a government sting with 3 ATF, like ATF, fucking what was it? ATF, local PD, NYPD, and someone else, like DA, I think it was, to set it like no, he doesn't have that kind of power. But the fact that people still thought it was a troll thing, it just shows how much he really got to his head. Also. One of the memes I saw, which I agree with, they're like, "Oh, things are boring without 6ix9ine." Instagram is a little boring without 6ix9ine. I'm not gonna lie, like his trolling, his talking shit, kind of miss. But then on top of that, just to see that this shit is real, it's really happening. His bell got denied. They're going for his head, like, and it's a mixed thing. To me, anyone who's hating like, "Oh, he good, he deserved it," whatever. One, you definitely never did jail time because you wouldn't wish it on nobody. And then two. That's just some cornball shit to wish that. Like, wishing ill will on someone, in general is cornball. But, like, certain things, like, "Oh, I hope his music don't pop. I hope this don't." Like, that's different. But wishing someone dead, wishing someone in jail, you just a sucker-ass nigga. Like, that's not a good thing at all. So I do feel bad that man's locked up. I was actually surprised, to hear 2 people speak on it. You got J. Cole spoke on it on, the 21 Savage album. A Boogie spoke on his album. So to hear people speak about it overall... shows that he had an impact on people. But I just the expectation, like no one thought this was gonna happen. No one thought and when it did happen, no one thought it was real. They thought it was like a troll thing. They expected him to get out. You hear his mouth, yelling, Treyway yelling this, and no, like it's real. He's locked up. Like
he's really locked up.
Shit's going. They're going for his head. They're trying to take him out. As far getting him out of here and. To see what's going on, we don't know. But so far from what we know, it won't be till next year September that he even sees a judge, and he got denied bail, so he's gonna be in there forever. So. That's a long time. Like 1 day in prison is a long time. Like like I said, anyone who wished it on him, obviously you never did jail time. 1 day being locked up, an hour being arrested is too much time. Like the minute someone says you can't do something, you're not free. The feeling's different. So the fact that that to me that was a big moment. And then for me personally and for the world, to me one of the biggest moments was the death of Stan Lee. So. To me, he is my superhero. Like I'm a huge fan, always been a huge fan, and I knew that no one evades death, but I really thought that it would never happen. I never thought he would pass away. For instance, I've never been to Comic-Con, always wanted to go. Besides the fact that I love comic books and scantily clad dressed women in navies and suits, both of those reasons why I want to go to Comic-Con.
Shout out to the cosplay.
But I always the cosplay girls. Anyway, I always wanted to go, but I never gone. And every year I'm like, I'm gonna see Stan Lee. I'm gonna stay Stan Lee, and I never did it. And I now regret that because the fact that I've never got the chance to meet Stan Lee, who's one of my idols. But it's literally I never expected it to happen. Like one of the things I was mad about, even this fuck I was mad about, is that none of my close friends, no one told me about this when he passed. Like I was working, I look at my phone, no one told me. You know who told me? My mom, bro.
Shout out to moms.
My 50-something-year-old mom put me on that Stan Lee pass.
I posted it online.
I was tight. Yeah.
I didn't text you personally. I didn't know. Yeah, no, I didn't know specifically. Well, no, at first I didn't know.
I slid in the DM. Like I showed. I was like, oh, he passed. He was like, oh shit.
I usually wait because a lot of people have died and didn't die. I think Eddie Murphy's died about 3 times. So I usually
call it drug overdoses.
Well, no, but I'm saying like usually people especially with the internet these days, Twitter and stuff. Someone's dead, and then it
there's
goes
certain
viral.
people don't joke around with. They don't joke around with. Stan Lee's not a joke.
Yeah, but I usually wait until I know for sure, or until TMZ confirms it. Yeah.
That one was big. I mean, I just started finishing up my Marvel sleeve. Like it's like it was a big impact for me overall, and I think it's a big impact for the culture, the community, like because all this stuff. Like Stan Lee had his hands in a lot of things, and a lot of things he has credit for. That my childhood, and a lot of people's childhood even existed because of him. Like. He helped me escape things with comic books and stuff. Reading them, got me escape some of the some of the problems in my block, family problems, like that. So,
which is why I didn't like the comments that Bill Maher made about he died and people are acting like he's so great. And it's like he is, you know what I mean? Like he made some silly comments that I don't really want to go into, but yeah, definitely like you said, it's an escape for some people, and us as adults now, we're not still living in a fantasy, but we do love seeing these characters on the big screen. So that's why the movie is still a big deal. Him and his cameos became a running joke to the movies and stuff. It's just fun.
Bro, matter of fact,
it's just fun.
To give you for instance, it was still fresh in my mind. Wreck-It Ralph he makes a cameo in Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, so I didn't see that.
He makes a cameo in Wreck-It Ralph.
He
and
makes a cameo
bro,
in Into the Spider-Verse.
A single tear was ready to drop, but the cameo was like, "Oh my God, Stan Lee!" Like,
His
I
Spider-Verse
honestly think I'll
cameo.
probably drop a tear for his real cameo in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the first one to come out that he's gonna have a cameo in.
Yeah.
I definitely will drop a tear. His Spider-Man cameo was another one that I was like,
That was
like,
deep.
yo, it's Stan Lee,
Because
man.
what he said, and then the time I was like, oh man, yeah.
So it's big. That was a big moment for me, and I think it was a big moment for overall culture.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you follow hip hop, one of the elements of hip hop is art, and art. Literally, comics are art. Like,
Yeah, for sure,
So that was, I think, a big impact, and he's again someone I thought would never die. Like,
Right.
Sometimes when a celebrity dies, I'm like, yo, that's crazy, but like it doesn't impact me at all. This one actually impacted me. Like I was at work and I was like, yo, at work I was like, my mind was a little lost,
Right.
and I don't get starstruck. Like I remember when I was working at Best Buy years ago when Mike Jackson passed away, and like people came in crying. I just didn't understand. I've never had that connection with a music celebrity.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, but he sings music, like not that big of a deal. And people were crying, coming to buy his album.
Yeah.
Same thing when Prince passed. Like so it was like, oh shit, like this is a big deal. But I never personally cared. But then, like when Stan Lee had passed, I was like, yo, I felt it. I was like, yo, I felt like my grandpa or one of my uncles died. Like
Right.
it was just different. So that was a big one for me overall.
Nah, yeah, for
R.P.
sure.
Stan Lee. And I actually, when his wife had passed, everyone was like, oh, his wife passed. That was his heart and soul. So he's gonna pass soon, and he didn't. And then time and gone. Like, yo, he's gonna kick it to like 100 something. You know what I mean?
Right. Thought, yeah.
And-
Jack Kirby passed away this year as well too. So both of them two were kind of like, the foundations of a lot of the Marvel characters and stuff. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. But their legacy lives on.
They created something that will live on forever.
Right.
Without a doubt. So
the
that
comic book
will be
movies are
around.
finally being respected. Because they're making great movies. They're fun. Some of them are dark. Some of them are, but they're finally seen as movies, not just comic book movies. You know what I mean? And
Some possible Oscar noms. From hearing about Black Panther, and for
right.
Avengers.
And Into the Spider-Verse, I think they said for the animation and stuff is getting some recognition. So finally, you know what I mean?
I don't know if it made the deadline though for the Oscars.
That's true. I mean, sometimes they
that late deadline
if
shit.
if they entered it, it's weird how they do that. Some movies don't even come out and they enter it. You know what I mean? So, but that's our moments for the year for 2018. What anything you looking forward to in 2019?
I mean, I got to see what happened after the snap.
Right.
So obviously, my number one thing is Infinity War.
Yeah,
Endgame.
Yeah,
Endgame.
yeah.
Sorry, my number one thing. I do want to see Captain Marvel. It's not technically 2019. It's 2018. But tomorrow I'm gonna go see Aquaman. So that's a DC film. I was actually hyped for. I'm hoping it's good. I haven't even looked on Rotten Tomatoes for reviews or anything. Have you?
It got very good reviews. I think as far as this year goes, Into the Spider-Verse and Black Panther both are like 97% of the highest ones. So it didn't get that. I don't know where it's at now because it goes up and down.
Yeah,
but
I checked that out,
those
though.
those are like the highest ones for the year. And but I heard it's fun. It's good. It's a little over the top. I haven't seen it yet, so we're not gonna go too far into it. I'm gonna see that later as well. I as well looking forward to Avengers Endgame. Like I said, the Lion King remake. I'm not looking forward to it as, oh my god, I'm gonna go see it's gonna be hype. I'm looking forward to like I hope they don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of on that because it's not live action. It's still CGI.
If
but
you've seen the Beauty and the Beast, I thought that was really well done, really well. Beauty and the Beast, like the original film, the cartoon film from the early '90s, is one of my favorite Disney movies. I think like the story itself is phenomenal. Like I don't think it's the love it deserves. So like I'm a big Disney fan. I love Disney. Like it's even better now to have a daughter so I can rewatch it with her.
Yeah,
but like before my daughter was born, I already owned every Disney movie that came out. Like I love Disney movies. Well,
Right.
all the ones that I like. But Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite. They did a great job with that. Lion King, it's up there. It's not one of my favorites. Like some people, it's like their top one, top two. Like to me, it's not even in the top 5 for me. That's a different time for a different unpopular opinion.
Right.
But it definitely is up there. So I'm hoping good things. 'Cause I like the live action movie. I didn't watch Cinderella, but the Cinderella live action got a lot of good reviews as well. And I'm hoping for hopeful for Aladdin. So I'm hoping that's one as well.
they just released the first little pieces of it. Not a lot of people are hyped about it, but hey, we'll see what happens. I think.
I think the pick for Genie is phenomenal. So you can't.
Yeah, we didn't. I think they said he's gonna be blue as well, so we didn't really see that yet. So when Entertainment Weekly releases pictures, they're not done. You know what I mean? They still got post production stuff to do. So the Aladdin movie was one of the great ones that I liked. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as
I'm
well.
playing that shit on Sega Genesis.
That was a great game.
Yeah, that was.
I could
never jump over the fire pit, guys. I just never could do it.
I'm trying to think what else is coming soon for 2019.
Obviously, music. there's nothing that I know of that's coming out that I'm so hyped for. Hopefully, get a K-Dot project.
2018 was a big year for music. I don't know if they can top that in 2019.
Yeah, such a big year. One of my friends asked me, and I'm actually look up this later, and we'll do like maybe a sidebar or something like that, maybe a homie call, because one of my friends is like, "Yo, is this the best year in music ever?" Which at first you hear it, and I'm actually like, no, there's no way, because you think about it. But if you think about the number of albums that dropped, this is a big fucking year for music.
I think it was a lot. I don't think the quality, and you can call me an old head or whatever, matched up to like the 90s when you were getting like that Def Jam had like a whole 8-week run of, I think it was like Method Man, DMX, and I don't think the quality.
I was talking to my boy about that, but one of the things is that like, so even that, like at that time, my top 10 this year would probably knock out a lot of top 10s of other years, even in the 90s. Because like, for instance,
I don't think so.
For instance, like this is me speaking from my own opinion, but like even like a Method Man album, for instance. In my opinion, there's not one Method Man album that's better than probably my top 6, 7 this year.
I mean, I agree with him specifically.
You know what I mean?
But that's DMX, Jay-Z.
DMX is a different subject.
Like, if you get a Jay-Z album, DMX released 2 albums in 1 year. Both of his would beat out my top 5 for this year.
Well, you already know how I feel with DMX. That's what I'm saying.
And then you got a Jay-Z album that came out that year. I think that was Volume 1 that came out like 98. Come on. I think those 3 alone is beating my top 5 for 2018. But that's something we'll look into further one day. We'll think about that, because that is an interesting thought. I mean, a lot came out this year. I just don't know if the quality was up to what has been before. Because some people just drop some stuff because they can. I think even Nori said it. He was inspired by the amount of music that came out.
That was so terrible.
That's what I'm saying. He just wanted to get his name in the mix. And,
you know,
and I get it. But
I know what happened. Like I posted this on my Instagram the other day. You know, with Band from TV. Because in my opinion, like there's songs out there that, you know, that like One Train. Like there's a few songs out there that have a collab of so many different rappers, and it's done well. And it's like, yo, this is one of the best songs ever made when it comes to rappers. To me, Band from TV is the greatest song ever made with all these rappers on one. I had a few friends I talked about this, they argue like, oh, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, it's not fucking with Band from TV, in my opinion. Band from TV, they all dropped hard. Even Nori's verse is hard. Like, I love that. And that beat is just one of the best rap/battle beats you could ever try to use on. So, I mean, but I was talking about like Nori, and I was like, yo, Nori, that album, NORE, is one of the most underrated hip hop albums of all time. It's, to me, it is a classic. Not, like, Nori has shitty albums, but he has one classic, which a lot of rappers, and like in my opinion, Drake, don't have any classics. Where Nori, talk what shit you want, that is a classic album without a doubt. When you look at the definition of a classic album, that is definitely, in my opinion, falls under that category for classic albums. But then after that, like, nothing happened. But anyway, his album this year was so bad. Like, it's just so super trash.
I said, he like he said, he was inspired to just release music, and I think a lot of people did that. I think a lot of people were just, a lot of music coming out, let me just put something out.
What are you talking about Locks album, right, by the way? I was promised a Locks album / mixtape or whatever, and I didn't get it. Styles P dropped like 3 albums.
He did.
He dropped the one with Dave East, which is pretty good.
And 2 solo joints.
The first solo one from the beginning of the year was Bananas. That shit was really good. I was like, fuck. Black Thought shit was really good.
Yeah, he had a couple joints with 4 songs.
Yeah. While we're doing the reminiscing real quick, 2 movies I forgot real quick. Sicario 2, really, really good movie. And then Overlord. That movie was fucking great. Like, I went in there not expecting much. That movie was great. It was like a mix between a World War II movie / horror film. But, bro, like, talk about new content, not being a remake, not being something you've seen before.
Right.
This movie was completely original, completely new, and with really no big name actors, and still fucking great movie. It's another good one. But yeah, no, it was definitely a good year for movies, good year for music. You know, just in general, like
Blind Spotting.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Please go watch Blind Spotting.
Go see Blind Spotting.
For real.
2018, 2019. Watch it over and over again. Oakland had a pretty good year. Oakland's on the come up. I mean, not even just this year, but Oakland, I mean, you know, a lot of, you know...
but they lost the Raiders.
I mean, they're losing the Raiders.
Because at least for me, when you think of Oakland, you think of the Raiders. Like, what about any pictures that you see me? Like, one of my main photos I got is my Oakland hat. Like,
it's the Warriors now. They represent the town. You know what I'm saying? But the Warriors now still reigning in the NBA. Oakland rappers have kind of, you know, come up a little bit. That Oakland sound is spreading. What's his name? T Grizzly's from like Chicago, but he uses that E40 type sped up flow a little bit. So it's not, I'm not a big fan of the flow, but it's like the inspiration is there.
Yeah, me neither. I never.
But the inspiration is spreading a little bit, and the Oakland sound, you know, I forgot the name of the group, RBESE. They on the Black Panther soundtrack. They got that song, I wish a nigga would. Yeah. That Oakland sound is still catchy. So Oakland's making a little noise out here, you know what I mean? So Ryan Coogler, you know what I mean? He represents Oakland.
Brooklyn? No.
You know what I'm saying? Ryan Coogler, he represents Oakland, and he puts it on the, he kind of, I don't want to say he put them on the map, you know what I mean? But Oakland's definitely been represented a lot. They've been spoken of a lot, and maybe that's because of gentrification, who knows? But that's our moments for 2018, things we're looking forward to 2019. Let us know. Share with us your moments for the 2018, and let us know what you're looking forward to in 2019.
Right? A few other things. I mean, we got obviously a lot of content coming from a 2021 vision.
Of course, that's not gonna stop.
That I'm looking forward to a lot. A lot of things that I've been procrastinating, dragging my ass on, dragging my feet.
Yes,
he's been trying to push me on.
Yes.
But I got a lot of things coming out too as well that I can't wait to release 2019. So it's gonna be a big year. You know, promoting, pushing, supporting your friends. Like,
you see the shirts.
Listen,
you see the shirts.
But seriously, like, you know, I encourage, you know, anyone who's watching this, like our friends, whatever, people, like, come on the podcast, talk, send a video, send a comment, you know, and then also share it, man. You don't realize the love. Like, one of the things that I see all the time people talk about, and actually I think Michelle had mentioned on one of the things that, like, you know, supporting your friends
on the homie call.
On the homie call. That's a big deal, because the thing is, we're quick to support people we have no fucking clue about, and we don't support our own friends, and like that shit drives me crazy, because then when your friend makes it, you want to be like, oh well, I knew him when he made it, or oh, he don't love me, or oh, he's jealous, he's you know, or he's fucking shady, or you know, he's selfish. That's not the case. You gotta support in the beginning. Like, this shit takes work. This shit is effort. Like, you know, schedules, park and pay, like moving around. Like we move shit around to do shit like this. And the same thing. Like, you know, reach out, look out. You know, people who do clothes design, business design, like people who rap, music, dance. Like, we all can work together and help each other network. Because at the end of the day, we all one. Like, we are part of that lower percentage of people who have to try to make it, versus the people you support anyway and spend $1 million on their product. You buy a fucking rapper shirt from a Drake concert that's $50-$60. Like, it, you know, support, definitely support. That's one thing I'm pushing into 2019. Support your friends. I think, you know, Michelle had a great idea to talk about it. So, you know, I support her. I understand the makeup thing. I support, you know, you and your podcast. Any of my boys that rap music wise, we'll talk. My man Big Ant. Like, it's all about support, man. You know, we would do the podcast with him earlier. So I'm definitely looking forward to 2019. The more connection with friends, more networking, getting out there more. And, you know, just making it all about love. That's what hip hop and our culture is about. It's about love.
That's what it's about.
You can't break love, man. You can hate all you want, but you can't break love.
Yes, sir. And on that note, see y'all in 2019.
Peace.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Let them know what's going on. Also, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when new content is loaded, because there's much, much more to come.